Hello guys, this is my first video for Gears of War 2. It's about, well, as the title says, enemies and tactics in in Horde. So, enjoy. I'm going to start out with, its weakest to strongest, and, how you deal with them, what's the best way, and so on and so forth. It's really not that complicated. I just threw it together really quick because I was bored, and I hope you enjoy, and, subscribe. Thank you. Okay, I guess we'll start this off with wretches. They're probably the smallest and weakest of the in horde. They are the only real danger they pose to you is if they group up on you, and as long as you keep that from happening, you should be in the clear. Just be careful while you're dealing with a bunch of them to to keep an eye on other drones and stuff coming up to chainsaw you or something, because that's happened to me before, or with shotguns. So just be aware of your surroundings and you'll be fine. Okay, next up I guess is the drone genus, which is the family of drones, including grenadiers and beast riders and such. I always find that in the way of horde, the best weapons to use with them is either the long shot, take them out from a distance so they don't get too close with you with the shotgun, or take them out with a torque bow, which always seems to be the best way to take anything out anyway. So, and of course the boom shot, you can take anything out with a boom shot, and hammer burst for headshots. And always, with the active reload always helps too. Always use cover, as with everything. Be careful for when they throw grenades, because that'll take you out of horde really fast and put more pressure on your friends. And if you're, if you're a noob, really just stay behind cover and don't bother. Don't bother with the bigger guys. Okay, I guess next off is the boomer genus, which is a family of the boomers, as we all know. I find in horde that if you mainly with the boom shot, just stick behind cover until they get up close, pick your head up and see if you can get a couple headshots. Best way, score an active reload with a long shot, probably instant kill. And really the others don't really cause a danger except the flammers. Other than that, I'll get to those individually in just a sec. Okay. Butchers are the weakest boomers you encounter in the game. Uh, they have no ranged attacks. All they do is charge you with knives. They're shock troopers. All they do is just try to break up the line. They're really not that hard unless you're preoccupied with something else and they flank you. Just a couple hits will put you down. But a couple ball talk shots to the face probably just blow their face off. Headshots, best way to get rid of them. Proximity mines, also very well. Other than that, there's really not much more to do with them. Of course, you know when they're coming when you hear the rumble. So if you start hearing that, just turn around and look for them. Don't let them flank you, or you're grinders and regular boomers. They're practically the same. All a grinder is a boomer with a chain gun. That's all they are. If you gave him a boom shot, he'd be just a regular boomer. So it's practically the same thing. Stay behind cover because in Gears of War 2, of course, you can't just go running Halo style against stuff. So stay behind cover, headshots as always, and proximity mines are good once they start coming up in a narrow spot. But really, other than that, there's not much more to talk about. Maulers really don't show up until about wave 5, and they're not really that big of a danger unless you're close to them, and then they are a danger, because if, at a distance, headshots will work fine, but once they get close, they'll charge you and hit you with a flail, and if you're down, you'll get knocked down, and they can hit you again, and you'll be dead. So they're pretty much the equivalent to hunters in Halo, except like hunters on steroids and uglier. So headshots and proximity mines work fine. The boom shot, if you can get one, and torque bow, of course. But a ball talk pistol to the face is always probably the best way to go. On higher difficulties, flamer boomers can really be a pain in the ass because once you get within range, close range, they can seriously take you out of horde fast. But at long range headshots always do. Boom shots, best way. Long shot, of course. Ball talk pistol's my favorite. But once they get close, you can hide behind cover and wait for them to reload. And once they reload, get up with a shotgun, peek around a corner, and blast them a couple times to the stomach. Rinse, rinse and repeat. At least that's the way I do it. I don't know. The Thuron Guard genus is technically drones, except I don't like to think of them as drones because they're a lot harder. And the genus technically is made up of Thuron Guards, Thuron Sentinels, and Palace Guards. Hardest of which is the Palace Guards. I'll get to them in just a second. They normally come up at later levels in Horde and in Campaign. So in the beginning, you really don't need to worry about them. But all they are really just drones on steroids. Thuron Guards, they're the weakest out of the Thuron Guard genus, but they're probably better than any other drone in the game, next to the rest of Thuron Guards. The big danger with them is that they will carry torque bows and sometimes boom shots, or at least I've encountered them with boom shots, which make them extremely dangerous. And with a torque bow, you have to stay behind cover, and of course, a headshot with a torque bow against them, instant kill. And headshots are the best way, and proximity mines once they peek around corner. Shotguns, of course, if they're at close range, and that's the best way. Thuron Sentinels, they're pretty much the same thing as Thuron Guards. The only big difference is armor and a little bit of a height difference. They're pretty much the same thing. Helmet just different, and a little bit more health on their side. Other than that, they're the exact same thing. Same technique as before. Palace Guards are the strongest out of the Thuron Guard subspecies. They're the big difference between them and regular Thuron Guards are their health. They're more nimble and seem a little smarter, and they're actually seem a little more accurate when they use a torque bow, but maybe it's just my imagination. Shotguns and really good use of cover is essential. They're one of the hardest guys in the game in Horde to beat, in my opinion. But that's it. Kansas Priests are my favorite enemy out of the game. Other than health, they really don't have much going for them, other than the fact that they can raise down drones back up, and if you don't get rid of them first, it's going to drag it out a lot longer. So the long shot, as long as you can get some clean headshots off of them, I think it takes like 2, then you should take them out fast. Or a boom shot or a torque bow. And Beast Riders are probably the second hardest guy to kill in Horde. They show up every 10 waves, and the big problem with them is just because you're behind cover does not mean you're safe. They can leap over cover and catch you there. First, get rid of the rider, shoot off the mask of the hound, and then blast his face, and that should get rid of him fine. Shotguns work very well close range, and so do boom shots, of course. A torque bow to the face of the hound should blow its head off. It's happened to me before. It hasn't, so good luck. Be careful. Sires are probably my second favorite enemy to fight out of the game. They're very annoying too. Their problem is unless you chainsaw them, they will keep on getting up, which makes them probably one of the more dangerous ones. I always find chainsaw's the best way to do it, or chainsaw or torque bow. There's really no headshots to be made with these guys. But you know, other than that, there's really not much more to do than chainsaw them once they get up close, because if you don't, they'll hop back up and just get back up on their feet and kick your butt. So, and also watch them when they come behind you. They're kind of creepy too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys, and subscribe. See ya.